Students, in this video, we're going to be discuss about one of the anti-protozoal drugs that is called anti-amoebic drugs. Before going to anti-amoebic drugs, please define what is meant by protozoal infections. Can you write some protozoal caused agents? Okay, protozoal infections are nothing but they are caused by unicellular protozoal cell. So these are mainly caused by unicellular protozoa, so they are called as a protozoal infection. But the protozoal metabolic pathways and human pathways both are same. Okay, the metabolic process happening in the protozoa cell and human cell is very close to human. So protozoal drugs are more toxic than the antibacterial drugs. Okay, antibacterial drugs. So antiprotozoal drugs produce serious toxic effect. Most of them are not safe in pregnancy. Okay, so this protozoal disease examples: malaria, amoebiasis, leishmaniasis, okay, trypanosomiasis, and trichomoniasis and giardiasis. Okay, so first is antiamoebic drugs. Okay, so one is amoebiasis. So amoebiasis is nothing but it is caused by one of the protozoa cause Entamoeba histolytica. Okay, amoebiasis. Okay, amoebiasis is one of the intestinal infections caused by Entamoeba histolytica. Okay, this Entamoeba histolytica it is going to be transmitted from one person to other person by intake of contamination water and food. Okay, so this what are the signs and symptoms of amoebiasis include majorly diarrhea. Okay, majorly diarrhea which contains diarrhea contains presence of thick mucus and as well as the blood things, okay, in the feces. Okay, majorly diarrhea. So along with the stools contain thick mucus as well as presence of blood stings. Okay, next is abdominal pain. Okay, next is abdominal pain. So later on, so nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, fatigue. Okay, next fever. So these are side of it. In severe cases, it will cause it infection to the other organs like liver. It will cause liver abscess and as well as the it infect the lungs. Okay, even bones also. Okay, kidneys and all. Okay, in infect the other. Okay, so the entamoeba histolytic infection is two types. One is luminal infection and extraluminal infections. Okay, so first the life cycle of entamoeba histolytica. So first this entamoeba histolytica it leave the humans infected humans in the form of inactive form that is called as a cyst. That is called as cyst. The cyst is expelled through feces. It is ineffective. Okay, itself it is a ineffective. Okay, so then it is it is enter into the soil through feces. Later on it will be reached to one more person by through by intake of contaminated water and food. Later on the cyst will be enter into the non-infected people, so into the intestine where the cyst is converted into the rupture. The cyst is converted into trophozoite. Okay, yeast is converted into trophozoite. It leads to formation of so many trophozoites. So trophozoites is the so it is a effective. Okay, it is infective. Okay, it mainly cause the amoebiasis. Okay, it is effective in nature. Okay, so it is have the infection. These trophozoites they cause infection, entamoeba histolytica amoebiasis. These trophozoites it will attack the intestinal wall, so it will take the mucus, okay, as a feeding. Okay, right. So then after subsequent replication in the intestinal wall, replication, so these trophozoites leave the intestine and enter into the abdominal wall. Okay, abdominal wall or intestinal wall. So later on it is reached to the liver. Okay, this is called as a systemic amoebiasis. Okay, luminal amoebiasis, infection only pertaining to the lumen of the intestine is called as luminal amoebiasis or intestinal amoebiasis. Okay, the major problems of intestinal amoebiasis already I told you: abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting. Okay, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea is the major common problems of intestinal amoebiasis. Once it is leave the intestine and enter into the abdominal wall, later on to the systemic organs like liver, where it cause systemic infections. It leads to hepatic damage, hepatomegaly. So hepatic systemic amoebiasis is the most dangerous form, dangerous infection than the luminal amoebiasis. Okay, right. So now and also this some sporozoites replication, they are also converted into non ineffective, okay, cyst form. The cyst will be expelled through fecus. Okay, this is about the Entamoeba histolytica life cycle. So cyst to tropozoite is infective. It will cause luminal amoebiasis. It will lead to manifestations of amoebiasis, intestinal amoebiasis. Later on, it leave the intestine, then invade other than the intestinal wall. Is called systemic amoebiasis. Systemic amoebiasis it made very dangerous. Okay, so several replication process. This tropozoite converted into non-infective form, that is called as a cyst. The cyst will be expelled to intestine. Okay, now so classification drugs also like this. Okay, so some drugs only acting on the luminal tropozoite, so called luminal amoebiasis, luminal amoebicides. The only effect on, okay, the mainly acting tropozoites. Okay, tropozoites. Okay, majorly they are used mainly asymptomatic carriers of the Entamoeba histolytica, mainly used for this luminal amoebicides. Example: idoquinol, paramomycin, and diloxanate furanate. Okay, next. Okay, systemic amoebicides. Systemic amoebicides, they are mainly used, okay, to prevent the infection to the liver. Okay, and also infection to the intestinal wall. Okay, so mainly systemic amoebicides mainly used for the treatment of liver abscesses and intestinal wall infections caused by Entamoeba histolytica. So example: chloroquine is also antimalarial, emetin and dihydroemetin. Next, mixed. Okay, mixed drugs are more effective. Okay, luminal amoebicides, they won't active on systemic amoebic parasite. Okay, systemic amoebicides are less effective on intestinal amoebicides. So because of this, mixed amoebicides are more effective. They're mainly acting on luminal parasite and as well as the systemic amoebicides. Okay, so they're mainly acting on systemic and luminal parasite. Example: metronidazole and tridazole, they are more effective. This is how anti-amoebic drugs are classified like this. Okay, mixed amoebicides, luminal amoebicides, and systemic amoebicides. Okay, so next is drugs. Okay, first major drugs are metronidazole. So it's the mixed amoebicide. So the mechanism of action is this metronidazole. It is a nitroimidazole containing drug. Okay, in the presence of parasite specific enzyme. Okay, ferroreductase enzyme. Okay, it is undergo oxidation into highly reactive form. Okay, metronidazole converted into reactive metabolite. Okay, reactive metabolite. So this reactive metabolite, okay, this reactive metabolite highly unstable, highly reactive, so which bind to the proteins and DNA, so it results into cell death. Okay, so metronidazole, if you want in detail, please refer any textbook or Google it. The metronidazole mechanism of action clearly mentioned. So metronidazole in the presence of oxidoreductase enzyme, okay, of the ferroreductase enzyme, okay, protozoal specific enzyme which convert metronidazole into highly reactive metronidazole. Okay, highly reactive metronidazole radical. These are highly toxic. It will able to immediately produce cytotoxic effect on the sporozoites of luminal and systemic sporozoites by attacks of DNA. Okay, binding to DNA, it break the DNA and as well as the inhibit the protein synthesis, which results into amoebicidal activity. Okay, so next, it's also used for other than produce amoebiasis, example giardiasis, trichomonas vaginasis, and also pseudomembranous colitis. So it kills the trophocytes, but is less effective on cyst. It is only active on cyst trophocyte, but is less effect on, okay, against cyst. Okay, so most effective against invasive amoebia, less effective against luminal amoebiasis. It is most effective on invasive. Invasive is nothing but systemic amoebiae, less effective on luminal amoebiasis. So generally it is generally combined with better antiprotozoal activity, generally combined with luminal amoebicides such as idiocanal and paramomycin. Okay, so it is mainly kill the trophocytes present, okay, trophocyte, but not on cyst. Okay, next is side effects. Okay, major side effect of metronidazole is majorly GAT problems. Okay, GAT problems such as nausea, vomiting, anorexia, metallic test. Metallic test is the major problem. Metallic test, nausea, vomiting, and lack of appetite. Okay, next is CNS related side effects. CNS related side effects such as headache, dizziness, okay, ataxia, hallucinations, and all. Okay, so these are the CNS related problem. Third problem is if you combine with alcohol, it produces a disulfiram like reactions. Disulfiram like reaction. This is the problem with metronidazole. Metronidazole. Okay, GAT and CNS problem. So problem. Okay. Next is luminal amoebicides. Okay, example iodocyanal, paramomycin, and dilaxant furoate. So generally they have the direct amoebicidal activity on trophocytes present in the cyst. They have direct amoebicidal effect to the trophocytes and as well as cyst form. Okay, so that's why they are used for prevention of amoebiasis. Those who are asymptomatic cyst carriers. Okay, so asymptomatic cyst carriers are the persons who do not have the symptoms of amoebiasis but they carry the cyst. Okay, but what is the major problem of asymptomatic cyst carriers? They transmit the infection from one person to other persons. Okay, and also systematic symptomatic intestinal amoebiasis. Okay, so idiocanal major problems are diarrhea. Okay, dose related peripheral neuropathy, especially rare optic neuritis is the problem. Okay, so this is about idiocanal. Okay, now systemic amoebicides. Okay, systemic amoebicides, example chloroquine, and usually used with metronidazole and dilaxant furoate for the prevention of liver abscess. Okay, systemic. Okay, right now we are completed mixed and as well as luminal. Next, systemic amoebicides, emitin and dihydroemitin. So how their works means they have they mainly exist tropocidal activity and mainly kill the tropocytes by inhibition of protein synthesis. Okay, so the direct amoebicide and invasive amoeba and tish generally is given by IM. Okay, but they should not be given for more than 5 days. Okay, side effects majorly emitin is an emetic, so she nausea, vomiting, and also cause cardiovascular problem, arrhythmias and congestive heart failure, and neuromuscular weakness. Okay, neuromuscular weakness is the common side effects. So this is about the, okay, anti-amoebic drugs. Okay, so if you want I will share the my material. Okay, in my material I will explain in detail, still in detail. Please go through that material. Okay, so it is very easy. Okay, so anti-amoebic drugs are mixed luminal and systemic amoebicides. Okay, so very importantly mainly consider on mixed type metronidazole. Okay, so thank you very much. So now we completed our antiprotozoal drugs, both antimalarial and so anti-amoebic drugs.